Today is the feast of the Holy Family, Jesus, Mary and Joseph. So today we can think especially of family, our own families and many other families. And I'd like to say to you that families take many different forms and may not be the same as what we know as family. This is Mission Alive. You're with Roger from the MSC Mission Office. I remember when I was a student doing scripture, there was a bit of a controversy on at the time as to what we understood by Jesus' brothers and sisters. It was that story when Jesus was preaching and his family were concerned that he was getting out of line or getting into something that would be dangerous to him, or that he lost the plot or something. So they came to try and take him home. So he was busy preaching and doing what he was doing, and a message came in to say, your mother and your brothers and sisters are out there and want to see you. Who were his brothers and sisters? Our doctrine and everything tells us that Mary only had one child, it was Jesus. So who were these other brothers and sisters? And I remember there was a lot of articles in biblical periodicals and stuff discussing this. Well, later when I went to Papua New Guinea, I found out the answer was very, very simple. It was Jesus' extended family. His brothers and sisters were his cousins. Later, there was one of those cousins called Simon, not Simon Peter, Simon the Great, who was the head of the church in Jerusalem, was his cousin brother, as they say in PNG. Not just his brother, cousin sister. That was the custom. So the extended family system, and often still today in many, many places, it's the same. And it's often when migrants come to Australia, they will go to where other people that they know, maybe their extended family are. They go to their uncles, their brothers, their cousins, their aunties and whoever. And this is the natural thing to do. Because you have a link, you have a cultural link, you have a language link, and many other things. So the extended family, and there's many stories can be told about that. I may have said before, I'll say again, in Papua New Guinea, I remember one day at the school, a big young fella, kid came in, big fella, he was probably 15, 16 or something, came in, he was like in grade 6, and he had with him a little tacker, a little fella coming into grade 1. So he said, Father, he pointed to the small fellow and said, this is my uncle. All right, your uncle, pretty small uncle. What I found out was later in their language there, uncle and nephew was the same word. And in Motu that I used to speak, it was lalana. So on both sides of the relationship was the same, and it was the same with auntie and niece, the same with grandfather or grandparent and grandchild. It was tubuna. So the word described not the people in the relationship, but the relationship itself. It was a tubuna relationship, a lalana relationship, which indicated something else about the idea of family. It was the people in it that was important more than the relationship. It was the relationship, that was important rather than the people within that relationship. And so many stories and obligation. People were obliged to help each other. And if I don't help my cousin brother now to build his house, he won't help me later. And in building a new house, it was a big job. The whole family got involved, going into the bush to cut timbers, to cut grass for the roof, and all the rest of it, and then they would all be busy building it. And this was an obligation that they had to do. Not to say that it wasn't done out of love and respect for the person, but and that's how those societies hung together and do hang together. And it's the same in many countries around the world, in many different cultures. They have to help each other, bond together to do many tasks in order to survive. So when we think of family, the Holy Family, we think of our families, how our families are, all the different types of families and the way people relate to each other in families. And of course the rule is always love one another, especially in family. Thank you for being on mission with us.